And we are live. What's going on, everybody? I think you know who I am at this point, hopefully. My name's right here. Anyway, today is going to be intense. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I try and do trainings that are a little bit above and beyond. I try and really tap into things that are at a client level and try and give you guys the value that you deserve for the gift of your time. And tonight is going to be no exception. I've tagged a lot of friends. I've tagged a lot of people that would benefit from this. What's going on, Kevin? Good to see you, man. Thank you for the shout out today. Really appreciate it, and proud of you and Brad for all you do for Double B. Probably going to see some good numbers tonight. And so I want this to be a good roundtable discussion. Feel free to ask me any business questions you might have. Tonight, I'm really going to tap into the essential elements of human performance. Some real limitless level stuff. It's been a hell of a day. Did an exercise session today, ran to Balboa Park. I got interviewed by Jillian Sandoval, who is a mega coach in the business consulting field. That is some client work, applied to a couple of podcasts myself, some large-scale media interviews, stuff like that. So I'm not messing around today. And what we're going to talk about today is going to be something that you can use for almost any business process. We're going to talk about the three components that you can use better to run your businesses. We're going to talk about the relationship between those three components and best practices. And then I'm going to outline some of the things that I've done that were above and beyond, and then kind of reverse engineer the process I use in order to make them happen. Stuff that just doesn't happen, every other day. Things that were powerful, things that got me on the radar, that moved the needle, that helped people. And I'm going to show you guys how to leverage your own powers and how to operate your businesses at a level that even you might not have thought possible. So it's going to be a pretty good deep dive. And I think you'll get a lot of value out of this, whether you're a 9-to-5er, a regular entrepreneur, an author, a coach, whatever. So strap in, guys. I'm not sure how long this is going to run. I'll try not to go too long, but I promise you when you walk away from this, you're going to have some really interesting perspectives and insight. We already got Mark Dudek, the Hardscape hacker, popping on. Thank you, Mark, for tagging all the cool kids. And I know I got some veterans on here, so big thanks to you guys. You guys are the reason I get up in the morning. I'm proud to be a part of your team, proud to teach. All right. So with that, let's just jump into it and be active, be involved. Ask me questions. Let me know if you don't understand any concepts. And I already see Kurt Balish on here. Awesome. And Trish Lito. What's going on, Trish? Good to see you. Saw your announcement today about moving. Good for you. It's going to be in the next step in the ladder. All right. So let's just get into it, guys. Now would be the good time to get the pencil and paper out to cover this stuff. There will be some graphics on the screen, but some notes might help you a lot. Okay, so as always, any type of Experts Lounge that I conduct, any type of training is brought to you by Shift Advanced Life Design Magazine, your #1 source for free business training, interviewing the best experts out there to help you run your business better. This issue was no joke. We interviewed over 30 business owners talking about their pivot from COVID and how they are emerging. So if you haven't read it yet, feel free to grab your free copy and check it out. There's a lot of great stuff in there. Some personal strategies by myself as well. Shift has been around for 4 years. We've interviewed some of the top names in business like Scott Oldford, Mike Michalowicz, Jen Scalia, Dr. Howard Goldsmith, name a few, Dale Comstock, Howard Wasden. Now I'm just name dropping. All right. So with that, let's talk about superhuman performance in business. Let's reverse engineer some processes. And let's look at the stuff that I did that really helped me to perform at a higher level and to create that mindset that works. What's up, Natan? Good to see you, man. All right. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to show you some of the stuff that I've done. And this isn't like Rob's bragging wall. This is just the things that I've done well. And I'm going to teach you how I did them to get to this level. In our discussions and our processes. And if you see anything up here that you have questions about or like, oh, I want to do that, how'd you do it? Feel free to drop it in comments. This is, like I said, open discussion. I'll answer all your questions, but you might see something on here that maybe you're working on or something you want to do better. So feel free to throw me a question in comments. Okay. So what we see here is I wrote and published a book in 6 hours, a paperback called Utopia. Straight up walked into a Starbucks at 3 p.m. with nothing except for a piece of paper and a pencil. And 6 hours later, I had it sent to my publisher. And the rest is history. Utopia, I think, was my 6th book out of 8. Next on the list of achievements, created a magazine with no experience, none. No English degree, no journalism degree, a tiny bit of some time working at a friend's magazine, but nothing that prepared me for this. Built it from the ground up and made it profitable by month 2. Today's Shift magazine is read globally. Every issue has broken a sales record in 2020, which has been great. Interviewed a lot of high-level people. Next, I created a media plan that got me 150 interviews at a cost of nothing. That was pretty awesome. We raised $4,500 for a veteran in need. As you guys know, the continuing epic saga of Army vet Mike Dolbo, still in process, but got some good news in the last couple days that Mike got his VA disability stuff approved. He's about to get a lump sum finally, and he's going to be able to get some much needed assistance. God knows he's been patient enough, but we were able to give him about $4,500 thanks to JD Tierney, who also did a fundraiser for him. And we topped it out at about $5,000, $6,000 between me and a couple other companies. But great effort. And then I created a business course that sold over $25,000 with the help of mega coach Jillian Sandoval. Now, like I said, this isn't for me to brag about the stuff I've done. This is more the level at which I've achieved some cool stuff. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly how I did it and some of the concepts, philosophies, and mindset work that helped me to visualize, attain, and achieve. Got Juliet popping in, Tamara. Hey guys, good to see you. Feel free to tag any friends. You might find this to be interesting. Okay, so the 3 subjects that we're going to talk about tonight in order to get better performance out of yourself are boiled down to these 3: actions, mindset, and then collab teamwork. Actually, mindset's the first thing you do. Sorry. So it should be mindset, actions, collab, teamwork. I'm going to get into notes on all of them. Whenever you're deciding to do some type of project or an entrepreneurial venture, you need to realize that your mindset has to be the first thing that you fix and adjust. Mindset is everything. Because if you don't have the determination of self to believe in the weight of your efforts, you're going to have a very high chance of failure. The people that innovate, the people that change the world, that pull off the unbelievable, are the ones that take chances, and they've already determined their path, their destiny, and the actions they're going to take to get there. You have to program yourself to have absolute, unyielding faith in what you're doing. When I started my PhD, I had a learning disability, I had no money, and I pretty much felt like one of the dumbest people on earth. I'm not going to lie. I was 30 years old. The only thing I had going for me was unstoppable persistence. I would not quit no matter what happened. And so a lot of smarter people were in my program, and a lot of them quit. They gave up. And so my determination of self was what helped me get through, and I stopped looking at my weaknesses And I started figuring out my strengths and what I could do to walk the PhD doctoral path and finish successfully in 6.5 years. I wasn't the smartest guy in the room, nor did I need to be, but I was the most persistent. So the first mindset challenge I give you is to create something I like to call determination of self. Determination of self means you create the end result in your brain and nobody can mess with that. I've interviewed a lot of Army Rangers, members of Delta Force, SEAL Team 6, very, very high-end people. And determination of self is what gets them through the hardest parts. It means that even when they're going through their selection process for special forces or whatever program they're in, they would see people with negative attitudes. They would see people that are complainers. They would see the people that always were not satisfied and were complaining about everything, and they stayed away from them because they realized the loser's attitude will always catch up to you. Determination of self is the absolute opposite of that. It means that you understand what it is you're trying to do and who's going to help get you there. The next thing you have to do is create a social filter. And what this means is whatever it is that your business goal is, you have to make sure that you filter out negative people. You don't need the pessimists. You don't need the whiners. You don't need the people that talk down to you or are condescending, or ladies, you don't need the guys in your life that pat you on the head and say, oh, that's cute, your little hobby that you're trying to do. You don't need these people. Enact a social filter. Get rid of them. They don't serve you. Okay? You have to have a strong vision in order to create the mindset to do amazing things. Your vision has to be very specific. And this is where a little bit of spirituality comes in. I've had these great talks with Natan, with Jillian, Jab Berry, all these great people, Tyson, and they've really helped me to enlighten myself, especially Coach Lori Wagner, and to think at a higher level and to create a strong vision for myself. Your vision is your end result. It's crossing the finish line. It's getting that diploma. It's getting that degree. It's having a $10,000 month, whatever it is. All it is you thinking in your brain what it is that you want to achieve, and the universe will give it to you if you imagine it strongly enough. So next, you need to visualize and really think specifically about what the end result is. Is it a dollar amount? Is it a personal achievement like writing a book? Is it creating something? You have to visualize it in order to manifest it. All these things were very hard. I'm not going to lie. And I took them one step at a time. The next thing to do is to use your creative brain in order to accelerate the process. So draw, journal, make diagrams, write on your dry erase board, but do things to where you can turn your thoughts into something you can look at that can guide you. Make diagrams, make maps, make goofy pictures, whatever. When I was in my PhD program, my brain needed to flex itself, and so I drew the PhD doctoral map of all my classes next to a fighter jet and a surfing minotaur and a bunch of redwood trees, and I think a talking shark. And I can assure you that some of my doctoral colleagues probably thought I was insane. Guess who finished the program? You have to flex the creative side of your brain and not care what other people think. Is it asymmetrical? Yes. Is it a little wacky? Yes. I don't care. Stop seeking the approval of other people. Stop worrying about judgment. I get judged every day. At this point, it's laughable. All right. So that's the best mindset training I can give you. Figure out your determination of self. Create your social filters. Create a strong vision for yourself. Visualize and manifest, okay? Then use the creative side to draw and journal whatever it is. Magazine. I create a diagram every month that tells me what every article is going to be and who's going to be in the magazine and what page what ads go on. Okay? Media plan. I have 30 media platforms written down on paper with a checkbox next to each one, tracking my progress. Diagrams help. Vision boards are amazing. Whiteboards are amazing. I'm using a whiteboard right now to remember my mental processes to teach you guys. Okay? And last but not least, imagine. The last mindset tip you need to use is imagining the entire process. It means go outside, go to the park, get some sun, exercise. Use your imagination like when you were a little kid staring out the window, thinking about awesome stuff. Imagination is one of the most powerful things you have available to you. It's your creative side of your brain that is saying, hey, I need some exercise, just like lifting weights. All right. So with that, we're going to press on from mindset to actions. I've always said there are 3 things that help with large-scale projects. If you have these 3 things, your chances of success go exponentially higher. Okay? And those 3 things are a timeline, deadlines, and milestones. The timeline helps keep you focused on what you're trying to do without distractions. The milestones are reminders that tell you where you're at in the project. But they also are celebratory. So if you get to a certain point, you meet a milestone, you need to reward yourself. Break down your milestones into quarter chunks, okay? And next is deadlines. You have to have realistic deadlines for what you're trying to do. You have to allocate time slots to what you're doing. And you have to figure out, okay, how can I do this? How can I shave time on it so that I don't sacrifice quality or efficiency and get this done in a proper time frame? But if you have those 3 things, your chances of massive projects and getting them done successfully go way up. Okay? Timeline, milestones, deadlines. Now, as a bonus for your actions, you want to use either Microsoft Project or Visio. Those are both excellent project software. I use it for my clients. I use Visio. It's great for making diagrams. It's great for keeping me accountable. It's awesome. Juliet says she uses her vision board on her phone home screen. I love it. Great share, Juliet. Thank you. The next thing you want also is an accountability partner. If you have an accountability partner, your timelines, your milestones, your deadlines, all on Microsoft Project or Visio, you are going to be better at project management than nearly anybody. You are going to be a deadly force of nature, able to handle enormous projects, because what you're doing is you're amplifying your efficiency and your productivity. You're thinking at a graduate level, at a genius level, at a CEO level. Okay? Use these things for your actions. Now we're going to go to the third part. And Kevin just gave a great share. We're using Monday.com, implementing our process. Nice. Good share, Kev. Thanks, man. Okay. The third thing is collaboration and teamwork. This is a big one. This is where you show your leadership. Okay? The reason I was able to get a lot of this stuff done, especially for raising money for the veteran in need, is because I have a network and an audience that I've created value for. Right now, I'm creating value for you guys, showing you what I do, giving you some insight, some free training, okay? This is how I create credibility, and I pay attention to people. I pay attention to what they need. I pay attention to what they're good at, and I send people clients and opportunities and paying jobs whenever I'm able to. A database will help you to keep track of the people in your network and what they need. I'm at the point now where I have to write down my new friends and a couple of notes next to their names so I can remember what they do and how I can help them. Because at a certain point, you lose the ability to mentally track every single person in your network. You just do. Okay? I know 90% of you that are in my comments section right now. I know what you do. I know what you need, what your skill set is, all that stuff. But that's because I've spent years paying attention. But if your brain doesn't operate like that, get a database. Get a CRM system. Get some software. Use Excel spreadsheets. Use graph paper if you have to. You don't have to be super fancy in order to get this stuff done properly and attract people. I'm just going to show you guys something I've made a long time ago. But the point is, the more you know about people and the more time you take to connect with them, the more loyal they're going to be to you when you need them to do something and help you with a project. But you should also make yourself available so they know they can tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, I'm doing this project, or hey, I'm entered in this contest, can you vote for me, or just whatever. So start that database. Assess people's needs. Create opportunities when you see them, okay? Nobody's ever going to get mad at you if you send them a paying client and a paying customer, or you make some sales for them, or you promote them. More entrepreneurs need to step up, do the grunt work, and promote other people. That's how you create collaboration and teamwork, and you show yourself as a leader. The next note on here under collaboration and teamwork says care. Why did I write that? Because I care about you. I care about all of you. All right? Whether you've ever bought from me or not. I take the time to send you messages on your birthday. I know who's going through divorces. I know who's lost a child or a relative or a parent. I send messages of sympathy and empathy when needed. When my mom passed away during my deployment, I had tons of people reaching out to me and just offering me comfort and solace and being there for me. C-A-R-E, care. It's what we need more of. And it's what's going to get people in your network and in your audience and on your side. Okay? And the last thing I wrote for collaboration and teamwork is use your powers for good. If you're really successful, okay, you're doing well, money's flowing, you're on top of the world. First of all, God bless you, that's great. But have you helped people? Have you adopted a cause? Have you gone out of your way to mentor junior entrepreneurs, early stagers, people that need you? Because if you've made this successful business and you've done well and you're not teaching, you're doing a disservice to people out there. Use your powers for good. Once in a while I do a training like this because guess what? Something I say is going to be the light bulb that's going to trigger somebody, or maybe it'll be that business concept that they need to follow up on, or maybe they'll just reach out to me and ask me some questions or want to do a team collab, whatever. Use your powers for good. A lot of you have some wildly powerful skill sets. Are you teaching them? Are you mentoring? Are you reaching out to people and finding out what they need? This is how you create your army. This is how you show leadership and you build a following. I'm still climbing the ladder, but I'll tell you, I'm a hell of a lot more advanced than I was 4 years ago. And it's because I took this time to show the human side of me, to really get into people's heads in a positive way, and to make sure that I'm asking the imperative question, what do you need? More people need to do that. More people need to find out what their audience really needs. It's not to be sold to. It's not, hey, pitch my new course or my new program. What they need is an end to their pain point. Be the person that can give it to them. If you can't do it, if it's outside of your skill set, point them in the direction of the person that can. Make that connection. Make that promotion. These are the ways that you reward followers and you reward audience members. All right. So, the comments section is awesome. Tamara is showing us some amazing software. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you, Kevin, getting that little discussion going. You guys should be maybe taking some notes on here because this is some really good stuff, way out of my wheelhouse. All right. So with that, guys, I'm going to wrap up. I want to thank you for popping in. If you like this content, tag someone or share this, whatever. Like I said, some of the most powerful and meaningful achievements of my life are listed right here. And so these were the 3 things I really focused on in order to make this happen. Start with your mindset. Do actions that are powerful and necessary, free of mitigation and distraction. And then use collaboration and teamwork so that other people can help you in your vision. All right. If you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm going to leave you guys with a free present. If you guys haven't grabbed this, this is an early stage guide that I wrote that is still very meaningful for your business. It's called The Limitless Entrepreneur, completely free download. One of my earliest ebooks, and it's got a really good guide for any type of business, service, goods, MLM, coaching, whatever. Very good reviews on it. So feel free to grab it. My free gift to you for the gift of your time. Wrapping up in just under 30 minutes. All right, guys. If you have any further questions or you want to take advantage of the June special, which is a strategy call with me, magazine coverage, and a custom sales plan, feel free to just message me. If you want to set up your free call to get to know me, to chat, ask a few business questions, whatever, here's the sign up. But the point is, your business is not going to grow until you take the steps, reach out, take action. Consistency, taking action. Those are the 2 things that are going to get you everything you want. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Hopefully you found some value in this tonight. Really appreciate everyone that popped in, like Kevin and Mark and Tamara and Juliet. Thank you for interacting. Thank you for helping me to grow. And appreciate all you guys. Believe in yourself. Help each other. But understand that to get these kind of results, you have to step up and you have to work on those 3 areas. Mindset, actions, collaboration, and teamwork. And then you'll be able to pretty much be limitless. It's pretty awesome. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Have a great night. I'm Rob, the Warrior Strategist in San Diego, signing off.